All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the 1. Now here is Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. Pass to DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Inside, Durant with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And the 3 off target. Here's Milwaukee now. Middleton for 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Durant against Lopez. And that one, good. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harden's got the ball. And then Durant with the jam.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now here's Middleton. From the baseline. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Brown. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
And Milwaukee has possession. Following the bucket by the Nets. Yep, that one goes.
He's a hard guy to guard everywhere on the floor, but more than anywhere else, Giannis can get you in the paint. That's where he lives.
Now, here is Harden. Left side, Jordan. Back to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Milwaukee is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Antetokounmpo looking it over. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Durant finds Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits to make sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Giannis outside. And Middleton, the basket on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Lopez dishes to Middleton. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Brown, good.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Nets leading by 8. Harden surveying the D. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yeah, I don't think you're stopping Giannis on a drive like that. He just takes off and one stride gets by everybody.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Bucks. And he elevates with a slam dunk, and Brook Lopez did not like that.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Good on the shot. Harden's got 8 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Holiday, he's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Can't cash in from close range.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And so it's Brooklyn up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to... And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Griffin, also Green out there, and it's Irving in at the point guard position.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Irving passes to Dinwiddie. Irving attacking. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Irving. Nora, the pass to Connaughton. Here's Nora. Green with the rebound.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
I don't know how you match up with Kyrie Irving. So great at turning on the Jets and then drawing the contact.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Ball's knocked loose. Tucker with the ball. Griffin's there. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Dinwiddie finds Irving. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
And so Irving nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. From the wing, Portis can't get it to go.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Irving. Passes to Portis. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Knocks down the three ball. Irving's got 11 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's Connaughton, covered by Irving. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Out to the right wing. Irving double team. Kicks to Green. To the inside. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. There's the triple. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Irving passes to Claxton. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Nets leading by 15. Good. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Connaughton. Cross contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players, and we finished one half of basketball. Nets lead by 15.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to, and as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted a share of critics. And that does it for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here's Middleton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
They get the rebound. Back to Harden. And it's Harden shutting it down.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
And the pass to Giannis. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And he banks in the layup.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Harden the pass to KD. Harden trying to get open. KD can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 15. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harden with the stop.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drop.
Antetokounmpo passes to Holiday. Harden with the defensive effort. Brooklyn leading by 17. Harris with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Durant with a wide open look. The offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Back to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Harden kicks to Durant. Jordan high post. Antetokounmpo against Durant. Brown the pass to KD. Over onto Antetokounmpo. That one a little long.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing.
Oh!
No way. Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Down low, Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
And he makes both free throws.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Middleton looking it over. Over Harris. And it's off the back rim. No good. Nets leading by 21. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
Middleton finds DiVincenzo. Will it go? And he's good on the 3-ball. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Harden against Holiday. Harden outside to the middle. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
DeAndre Jordan, I don't think he's shot more than 10 shots outside the paint the last few years, so dunking is what he does.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He not. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. We've got Green. He's out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 5. So that's the Nets 5. 6 to shoot. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, Chris Middleton recognizing the transition opportunity and taking off down the court to get ahead of everybody.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Dinwiddie drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Here's Irving. That one goes. Count it. And the Nets lead by 20.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Irving against Holiday. They get it back. Bucks trail by 18. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by the Nets. Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That shot no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Pass to Claxton. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. From outside, off the mark. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Nets leading by 20. It's Harden with the drive. Great D that time for Middleton.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's DiVincenzo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First one falls for. So he gets them both. The Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Brown. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Brooklyn.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And it's Jordan atop the key. Outside for KD. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Brown. Harden outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Ahead, hoping to come out of the gates strong. There below, the starters for the Portland Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center. And looking at the Nets, we've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Harden. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. Will be a fun matchup to watch.
Can't hit the step-back jump shot.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Harden's got the ball. Left side, Harris. Brown outside. The 3. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Brown.
And when Durant is looking to score off the catch like that, there isn't a lot you can do as a defender.
Lillard outside. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Lillard. And foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists.
Well, we all know that Dave can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Here's Lillard following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Powell, the pass to McCollum. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Anthony looking it over. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Durant wide open. He fires. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Harris against Lillard. Stolen by Harden. And oh, here comes Durant all alone on up the court. And it goes down 2 points.
Mr. Everything. Durant can score it, pass it, do what you want to do. He can defend at a high level. So fun watching him play.
Now here's McCollum. Powell, no one around him. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Harden on the wing. Lobbed up there for KD. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Remarkable strength on the alley-oop. Durant, he's taking no prisoners.
Lillard against Harden. And Lillard gets it to go.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation.
Now, here is Harden. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside for Durant. Fires the three. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Look, what are you supposed to do against Durant? There's not much you can do.
Lillard against Harden. In the corner, Powell with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Hollis Jefferson comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Harden. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Here's Simons. Jacks up a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple. Nets
leading by 3. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown outside. The tray. He's off on that one. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Powell for 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Powell's got 7.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Irving looking for an opening. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the...
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York. You're watching.
I know that when the main guy...
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Irving passes to Griffin. And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer, no good. Portland's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. Here's Anthony. Dinwiddie with the steal.
And that's a great play on defense there. Forced him to rethink the shot and then able to come up with the steal.
Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. It's good from long range. Dinwiddie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Portland trailing here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Here's Anthony, just 4 to shoot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Basket, good.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that field, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. The pass to Pop. Now here's Lillard. They need this, and goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Irving against Lillard. Irving kicks to Green. Pass to Claxton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Irving against Lillard. Back to Powell, over Green. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Outside Griffin. Pass to Dinwiddie. There's the 3. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. Anthony, no one around. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside Irving. Dinwiddie finds Irving. Steps back and fires. Portland grabs the miss. 20 seconds left here in the second. Powell dishes to Nurkic, and that's going to be a travel. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Harden against Lillard. Durant, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Portland shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And so it's Brooklyn bringing the quarter to a...
Thanks.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points and 1 assist. And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
We've got Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Brown. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Brown on him. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Hollis Jefferson. And here's Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Jordan high post. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Nice open look, but it's no good. Jones the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Knocked away. Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Outside Anthony. Shoots over KD. Anthony can't hit. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And Durant gets it to go.
Durant, he's so skilled on the offensive end. He can shoot the long ball, comfortable on the block, drive to the hole, dunk over you, give you the jump hook, post game, turn around. I mean, and look, that time, he makes a play for me.
Jones kicks to Hollis Jefferson. It's Jones on the wing. Guarded by Harris, and Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing here by 8. Jones drives in. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Portland making a change here. Little's checked in.
Durant makes it look so easy with how he can score. He never seems to force anything.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Kicks it out to Jones. Shot to stop the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Crafty pump fake by Cantor right there. Outwitted the defender and won himself a trip to the line.
Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
1:31 left to play here in the 3rd. Outside Jordan. Harden finds Durant. Clock at 6. The fadeaway. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Takes a three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Brown with it. Pass to Jordan. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. The Nets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the winning mentality of Durant, I mean, he can take over games. He puts the team on his back. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Jeff Green is checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Bruce Brown. Lillard attacking Anthony with room to shoot. Wide open shot is on the money.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Harden. And stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Here's Cantor. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And there's the pass to Lillard. And that one is good. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
When Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Brooklyn ahead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in at the three slot. Harden's shot is good.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Takes the three. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Cantor. Back to Harden. Shoots over Lillard. And, yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Harden's got 12 points in just the second half. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Lillard scanning the floor. Passes it to Powell. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Irving against Lillard. Goes up from the top of the key. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Shot from free throw range. Irving against Lillard. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now Irving. Pulls from the top of the key. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. With the putback. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got it back down to single digits for Portland.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, and when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Dinwiddie against Anthony. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Jones checked in for Powell. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Buries the long-range jumper.
Look at that. Solid release on the shot. Griffin, he's been working on it, and he's helping to stretch the defense.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Cantor trying to free himself up. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Jones. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. 1:56 left in the fourth. Here's Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Pass to Carmelo. From the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And that one falls for Irving.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Pass to Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Hollis-Jefferson can't hit. Nets leading by 14. Griffin passes to Dinwiddie. Irving with the ball. And Cantor pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Brooklyn.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was a complete package.
Simons surveying the D. There's the pass to Carmelo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Griffin with some nice D. And here are the Nets. They lead by 14. Dishes to Irving. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's... Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in at the point. And here's Jackson. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Bucket is good. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Harden against Jackson, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, 86% from the line, so he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
About a minute played so far here in the first. George passes to Leonard. Down low, here's Morris. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Leonard inside. KD's on him. It's up a 3, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Ibaka.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
George against Harden. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And here we go. It's hauled in by Harris.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Goes up.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Ibaka kicks to George. Clippers moving the ball around. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Harden. Here's KD. Harden left side. Tries yet again. Outside for Jordan. Back to Durant. Gets a hand on it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Jackson looking it over. The rebound by Harden.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Jordan trying to free himself up.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Nets trail by 6. Here is Harden. The 3 nailed from three-point land. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
And without a doubt, one of the most advanced scorers this game has ever seen. Harden can do damage from just about anywhere.
Lobs it up for Ibaka. That shot, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. He's off on the first.
Now you think about it, over time, Joe Harris has made himself a viable option as an NBA player. He's got such offensive versatility.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Los Angeles, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Clock at 4. Here's Kennard. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Irving. It's good.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
A 3 off the inbound, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Los Angeles on. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Green is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Pass to Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs. That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers. McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Batum wide open. He fires. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Clippers leading by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Dinwiddie. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Inside. And Cousins kicks to Kanawha. Back to Cousins. And that one, good.
Deep low post position. If DeMarcus Cousins has it, turn the lights out.
Nets trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
No good from Irving. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the right side. Beverly finds Zubats. And he uses the glass on the layup. Zubats has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Brown inside, guarded by Jackson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Harden with it. He has 7 to end the drought. And Harden with the stop.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
1:36 left in the first half. Outside for Jackson. Up top, Leonard, defended by Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard attacking, and there's the foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
George against Harden. Pass to Brown. Now here's Durant. On the wing, Harden. Covered by Morris. Outside for Durant. Over Leonard. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Jackson. Outside, George from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets trail by 10. Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
Here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Clock at 6. Outside for Jackson. No good on the 3. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball. It's good. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And a close game so far through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the. And that should.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. To the middle, here's Morris, and it's good for 2. Morris has got his second bucket.
Well, Marcus Morris, such a solid understanding of how to take advantage of the pick-and-roll situation.
Here's Harden, and Harden hit the stuff.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Clippers leading by 5. George looking over the floor. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Jackson with the drive. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Los Angeles shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
Dinwiddie's checked in for James Harden. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Now the pass to Ibaka. Leonard against Durant. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets trail by 3. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Irving for 3. Morris with the rebound. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Zubats. Green with the block. And they're able to recover. Batum finds Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 2 points. That one goes. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Well, just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Dinwiddie drives in. Here's Claxton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Boy, gentlemen, you just love to see that aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get after it.
Now the feed to Green. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on Shooter.
Now Beverly. Kennard on the wing. And Irving pulls it down. Brooklyn trailing. Harris inside, defended by Batum.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Kennard against Irving. Kennard kicks to Beverly. And here's Kennard. Over Irving. Passes it to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Joe Harris. Also Green out there, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Beverly, the pass to Zubats, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Timeout called, the Nets. a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And James Harden has subbed in for Dinwiddie. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Griffin trying to get open. Harden's shot is off.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Beverly finds Cousins. The shot. And he can't bank that one in.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the first one drops.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Brown against George. Pass to Zubac. And Batum kicks to Beverly. It's George on the wing. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 2.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
And Harden launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. George with the bucket.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Harden against George. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Zubac finds George. Pass to Cousins. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Here's Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
To the wing right side. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Back to George. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
Here's Harden. And he makes that one. Harden's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Jordan, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions.
Oh my goodness! What a play!
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
The kick out to Irving. The Clippers grab the miss. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Leonard looking around. Feeds to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game. Understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Harden, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
There's 48 seconds left in the game. Jackson passes to George. Five on the clock. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Jordan. Here's Griffin. Outside for KD. Leonard with the steal. Here's George. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Harden with it. Durant in the corner, and now they foul and stop the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by two.
You know, Kevin Durant is an absolute nightmare for defenses. And if you're the opposing coach and he starts to take over, you've got to be thinking, what am I going to do with this guy? Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical three-point cushion. What poise.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
Leonard, that's for 2. Off target with that shot.
Well, KD, a very skilled defender.
All right, David, thank you. Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake. And with just...
Hey, Kevin, the Bucks have their
very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Durant, pass to Harden. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. The shot's good.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
Harden surveying the D. The shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's Durant with the rebound. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, and the shot goes in.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
Harden's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Giannis dishes to Holiday. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now, here is Harden. Dishes it to Jordan. Harden against Holiday. It's Harden with the drive. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. Sinks the 3-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Harden. It's hauled in by Giannis. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Fires from the line. Good on the jump shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here is Harden. Pulls up on the elbow. Yes, that goes in. Harden's got 6 points.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
To the inside. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Harden. He's got 6. Pass to KD. Now here's Jordan. In the corner, it's Harris. Here's Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden gets the bucket. 8 points for him.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Middleton outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Giannis drives in. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there. Blows right past the D.
And here's Harden. 8 points for him. Chalk up 2 there.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 1. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lays it up off the glass. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Here is Harden. He's got 10. The pass to Durant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, despite his outward demeanor, Durant plays with so much passion, takes the hit, still able to convert.
That free throw good from Durant. 6 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 1 second left. And Teague with the nice bucket inside.
Well, at 6'2" and 182, Jeff Teague really had to use all the strength in his body to get that shot off, despite getting hit.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the... And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis Antetokounmpo...
I like to stay locked in to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Teague in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Pass to Portis. Teague with the ball. Back to Portis. Down low. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. Puts the move on. And Durant sends it back. Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Nets. The Bucks trail. Teague bounce pass. Back to Connaughton. Outside Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Over Claxton. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Durant with a wide open look. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Vintage KD, quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Irving against T. Inside. Here's Portis. That one goes in. Portis has got his first bucket of the night. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Now T. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Portis. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn leading by 4. Knocked loose and stolen by Portis. Aston Morrow. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. And Brooklyn will come the other way. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a change for the Nets. Griffin's checked in. Irving passes to Claxton. Irving against Holiday. And the shot goes down. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Giannis against Griffin. Here's Giannis. The rebound by the Nets. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez kicks to Holiday. And they get it. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Dinwiddie wide open. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bucks trail by 9. Outside Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call this. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so many things have changed around Jrue Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the middle. Here's Giannis. Doesn't go for him. Harden with the defensive effort. In transition, here come the Nets. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Holiday.
Now, Jordan is a force on the inside. There's no denying that. A real problem right now for the defense.
That one misses. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And the last second attempt, so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nets lead by 7.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds, and that'll...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that part.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
The pass to DiVincenzo. Passes to Middleton. 3-pointer. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Harden the pass to Jordan. To the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Up and in on the layup. Giannis has got 12 points in the game.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Back to Durant. And there's the feed to Jordan. Can't connect from short range.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Kicks it out to Giannis. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Hands it from downtown. And now it's just a 4-point Nets lead. Now here's Durant. 7 points in the game. In the corner, Harden. Six to shoot. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo and stolen by Jordan. On the wing, Harden. Lets a floater go, and the layup is good. He's got 14.
And that touch Harden has, making the floater look so effortless coming off his fingertips.
There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Lets it go with a 3. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Holiday against Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Harden hits them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Teague the pass to Connaughton. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Portis can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Well, when you see KD run the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with him once he gets out in the open floor.
Bucks trail by 7. Outside Teague. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
Now, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. And the basket is good. Irving's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 7-point differential. Outside Portis. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Back to Green. Lets the 3 fly. The shot off that time. Here's the break. Here's Tucker. Up again.
Well, one advantage you have with Blake Griffin playing that spot on the floor is that he can defend well both inside the post and step.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 9.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Connaughton. Dinwiddie covering. Mora can't get it to go.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, he's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
And here is Teague. Pass to Nora. Portis with it. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Connaughton. Dinwiddie covering. 5 to shoot. Tucker can't get it to go. Nets leading by 12. Here's Irving. Over in the corner, Green. Now the pass to Irving. Here's Claxton. No good. Shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Irving. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And they'll keep possession. Back to Teague. Tucker, the pass to Nora. And the three off target. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Passes it to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Griffin passes to Irving. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 10. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Tucker dishes to T. Griffin with it. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Griffin. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. Uncovered. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. To the inside. Lopez. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
Outside Irving.
It's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nets.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Irving looking over the floor. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. On 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Here is Harden. Jordan up top. And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
McCollum outside. The pass to Covington. And Durant sends it back. Harris outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to McCollum. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Harris outside. Right side, Jordan. Over in the corner, Brown. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And it's blocked by Jordan. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. McCollum against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Hands the 12-footer. McCollum's got 7 points in the game. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Durant. Dishes it to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys. A knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
And Harris drops them both. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Passes it to Powell. All alone. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Lillard against Harden. There's the dish to Jordan. Back to Harden. Outside, KD. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lillard against Harden. Outside, Covington. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Harden with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 1:03 left in the first quarter. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Now Lillard, the pass to McCollum. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. The shot by Powell, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets and stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington passes to Powell. It's hauled in by Brown.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Nets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Yep, that one goes in there.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And too long on the shot.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
They grab their own miss. Claxton the pass to Irving. Second chance shot. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Over to the wing. Dinwiddie kicks to Green. Misses the three. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting with confidence. 50% from the field so far. Pass to Kanter. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Snatched up. Pass to Simons. Connects in the foul line jumper. Simons has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Passes it to Claxton. Back to Irving. Inside, Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game, and it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Dinwiddie attacking, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Irving passes to Claxton. Irving looking for an opening. Outside Griffin. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Anthony. That one doesn't go. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Jones dishes to Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The putback, and Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Here's Irving, and it's good. 2 points.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. McCollum outside. Nurkic trying to get open. They get it again.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. 27 seconds left in the first half. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And Lillard throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Lillard outside. And there's the pass to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. Irving for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by 7. And now let's kick. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. And stolen by Lillard. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Harden. Powell with the steal. And taken away by Brown. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. Here's Harden and the jam by Harden.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Shot clock at 5. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 8 points.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
On the wing, Harden. Covered by Lillard. Pops it up for Jordan. Nurkic with the block. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Harden against Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Covington passes to McCollum. Shoots over Brown. They get the rebound.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Really good to see Harden get nasty on defense. He's got quick instincts and quick hands, and I like how he pilfers it on occasion.
Here's Simons, and there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Anthony looking it over. He kicks it to Jones. Clock at 6. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Portland needs to get off a shot. Brooklyn trailing. To the middle. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here's Simons. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. No good again that time. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. Pops it up for Jordan. Oh, the power on that throwdown. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Carmelo. Just 5 to shoot. Basket counts. Anthony's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Brooklyn.
Harden outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, I don't know how many of these he's run, DeAndre Jordan, in the pick and rolls, but boy, is he good at it.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. And here's Hollis Jefferson. No points in the game yet for him.
Yeah, loitering above the rim. Hollis Jefferson with athleticism to burn.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
McCollum outside. It's Powell on the wing. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. McCollum's got 12.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
The shot's good from Irving.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Lillard with it. A three from McCollum. But they'll get another chance. They get it back. Covington. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Right wing. Here's Nurkic. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Nets leading by 4. Irving passes to Claxton. Irving with a clean look, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Now Lillard, and it's McCollum in the corner. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, what a nice ball fake there. Hard not to bite on that one. I mean, you have to be aggressive if you want to challenge KD's shot, and then he's got you right where he wants you.
The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard attacking. He dishes it to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard finds McCollum. Durant against Covington. That one wide left. Brooklyn leading by 11. Harris passes to Jordan. Back to Harris. Offline with his 3. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Portland on defense. Harden draws the double. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
McCollum outside for the 3. The rebound by KD.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
In the corner, Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Left side, Irving. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Trailblazers trail by 10. Powell dishes to McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good. And here's Brooklyn. They're on an 11-3 run.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Brooklyn.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
I'll tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Harden left side. Lobs it up for Jordan. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Harden finds KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Yes!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps up. Very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point guard. On for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
And George, here we go. And it's James Harden with the rebound. The Nets on offense. Brown finds Jordan. Outside Griffin. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Jordan. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard the pass to George. To the inside. Morris kicks to Ibaka. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
And from that mid-range area, Serge gotten pretty reliable.
Here is Harden. From deep. Offensive rebound, Nets. Back to Jordan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Gotta love the intensity of DeAndre, finding a way to be aggressive and get to the line.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside, George. Oh, Morris in position. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now Harden. Pass to Griffin. Jordan trying to free himself up. Another shot. Kicks it out to Harden. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 5 now.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Brown against Jackson. And George, here we go. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Jumps up. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Leonard. The putback, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Outside, KD. The dish now to Jordan. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Harden against George. Now here's Harden. He's covered closely.
That's terrific play on the ball by Serge. He's been first team all defense several times.
Clippers trail by 5. Fires it up. Jordan with the rebound.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Jackson looking it over. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. George against Harden. 14 feet away.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Here's Jordan. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
One of the most powerful dunkers in this league. DeAndre, though, showing off his creativity.
And George, here we go. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kyrie attracts so much attention, it frees his teammates up.
Clippers trail by 7. Everly with the ball. Passes it to Kennard. Launches it. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Kennard in at the 2. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing.
Beautiful contest there by one of the most tenacious defenders in the game, Patrick Beverley.
For 3. Kennard's shot is off.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Nets leading by 7. Now here's Irving. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Claxton tips it back in. And here's Los Angeles.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Drills the three-pointer.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Irving against Beverley. Here now is Dinwiddie. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins. Here's Claxton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Beverly. Here's Kennard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Harris. Kennard against Irving. There's the pass to Claxton. Inside, Batum with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Here's Kennard. Kept alive. Cousins. Back to Beverly. Beverly deciding where to go with it. The feed to Cousins.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Kennard for three. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
The kick out to Irving. Down low. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. One-on-one here, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Dinwiddie against George. He kicks to Ibaka. George passes to Jackson.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Jackson dishes to Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Ibaka's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Now Harden. He's got 7. Just 5 on the clock. Right side, Durant. Sinks the triple. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
No one Durant's height with this level of usage has ever shot this well from distance.
George with no one around. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Harden. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Harden's got 9 points.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
And so it's Brooklyn.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, how'd you feel?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Harden with it. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Nets with possession here. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. It's stolen by Ibaka.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Nets leading by 11. Now, here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. Leonard kicks to George. Feeds it to Morris. Outside for George. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to KD. Brown outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count the basket. Brown's got his first points of the night.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
George looking over the floor. Kicks to Morris. Back to George. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. A 3 from Leonard. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. It's Durant on the wing. There's the triple. Paul George grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And, guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Harden against George. 6 to shoot. Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Over George. The shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Kicks it out to Leonard. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Nets. Lobbed up there for KD. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the reach of KD. No need to be pinpoint with that alley-oop. He can just about touch the rafters.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. And here's George for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Harden against Leonard. Harden dishes to Jordan. Passes to KD. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
That shot perfected through countless hours in the gym. KD, the perfect weapon.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Come to me.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. The three. The shot comes out. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Over Beverley. And the shot is long.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Kennard for three. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Poked loose. Pass to Beverley. And here is Zubac. Dishes to Cousins. Great tee that time from Green. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Oh, wow!
A better athlete than some people give him credit. DeMarcus entertaining the crowd.
Irving against Beverley. The kick out to Irving. Takes a three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Here's Kennard. Outside, Batum. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. That one misses. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Brooklyn leading by 16. In the corner, Irving with it. A baseline J. Batum grabs the miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Kennard for three. Can't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Harris outside. Nets passing it around. Here's Claxton, defended by Ibaka. Irving can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Jackson against Irving. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Claxton, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Irving kicks to Green. Irving against Jackson. Green passes to Claxton. Back to Green. Pass to Irving.
I see him.
Tries again. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Brooklyn.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jordan.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. It's the Nets now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Brown. Back to Harden. The Clippers grab the miss. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Now Harden. Over George. Misses the shot.
An incredible defender. Paul George.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.